Hey there, everybody. Tal here, and today we're going to talk about a transition that I feel that we've all been going through from external pursuits to more focus on our family and our connection within the family with our children. If you have them, you're going to find so much benefit in this video today, so stay tuned. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Choosing to Connect, the place to love your life by living from love. And today I'm talking about a transition that I personally have felt very powerfully in my life. Um, I I feel like even though I've been home with my kids for long periods of time, and I wasn't working like in a career outside the home, I do feel like there's been a sort of shift within my own consciousness towards the importance of being more present with my kids. And somebody has asked me on one of my videos what to do with the kids when we have so much time at home right now. And everybody's still going through lockdown, so we have a lot of time at home. And so, what I've experienced is that all of this time that we have to be with our kids right now is also accompanied not just with the quantity of time we have to be together, but also like a kind of push, a pressure to increase the quality as well. And I've really felt how I'm being shown the immense power and opportunity inherent in my presence with my children. I was really shown how important it is that I, as the mother of the family, invest in my kids, in being with them, listening to them, connecting with them, and teaching them. And when you ask me about what I recommend to do with your kids during these hours at home, of course, there are lots of ideas of things you can do. And it's great to have a routine and take some hours to be outside if you can in the park or in nature or and get together with friends and all of that. But I really feel that it's important to focus on that quality of connection that you're able to create with them. And you can create this quality through learning parenting tools and expanding your tool kit for parenting during this time, which I feel is really important. And it will try to create more content for you on this if you like, on spiritual parenting and also on just kind of wanting to take your role as the teacher and the leader, the educator in your family. And I'm saying this because I really sense and I know that women have an amazing influence on their family. And when they take this role back into their hands, which I feel that in many ways in our modern societies, we kind of outsourced it, right? Like somebody else can teach my kids, somebody else can educate them, somebody else can teach them values and what's important. And we do it, but in many ways, I feel like we've generally outsource a lot of this role that we mothers have and fathers too, of course. But we as mothers, because we give birth. So what this means is we are connected to our children on a very, very deep level. There was a time that your children were part of you, part of your body. And so when a woman gives birth, she is really physically becoming a system, a connected system. Whereas before you were just a separate being living in a planet with tons of other people with their separate bodies. Once there is a human body that comes out of your body, and yet psychologically, emotionally, physically, instinctually, you still feel like that baby is part of you, then you are no longer a separate being. You're already experiencing what it's like to be a system that has different parts that are interconnected. And even though we're not always aware of it, we're constantly influencing our babies and later our children with our thoughts, emotions, and most importantly, our spiritual connection and awareness. So you as a mother, and I think it's often said and it's like well known that a mother, a woman is very much, she determines the atmosphere in the home. If she's upset, if she's stressed out, if she's worried, everybody's going to feel that. And when she's calm and she's happy and she's kind of managing everything, everybody's going to feel that safety, that secureness, that positivity as well. So then with the father, he's also connected to the children, and they're also part of him because his sperm is in there. It's not like he's not connected. Of course he's part of it, but you, the mother, you are like the center, and the father, he's a bit more in the outside, kind of part of, he's also your partner, right? He's working together with you, but it's like you are more connected to the children directly. You sense their lacks, you sense what they need, and then you bring that to your partner, and then together you figure it out. And he may go out and get things, or you may go out, but you are kind of like the connector of the family. Not kind of, you are the connector of the family. It's in your internal natural power to connect. So I feel like right now, the pandemic and the whole focus that is being put on being home together is bringing the focus back to the family and right back to you, mother and father, putting that power back into your hands to relearn what it means to be a family unit that is truly connected and like living together and not outsourcing our lives, but really experiencing each other in a very intense way. Now, I know for many families, this has been intense, and this togetherness, especially when we're not used to it, has brought up a lot of tension, a lot of conflict, a lot of problems with between partners and with the children. And so, first of all, you're not alone. There's so many people experiencing this, but there are so many tools out there that you can learn, so much that you can do to work on these relationships. And I do believe that now is the time. It's like now nature itself is kind of helping us to rediscover our power as mothers, as parents. And so I really recommend that you take time to teach your kids, to connect with them. It could be through reading a book, or making some sort of creating creative work or art together with them, talking about it, teaching them your values, your thoughts, expanding their perspective in some small way, and kind of slowly creating that bond between you where you're really taking that role of the educator and the connector of the family. I'll give you a small example. My son, yesterday, I gave him this idea that he could make a little note in like with a picture and a few words for his cousin. And it's not complicated. It's a very simple thing, but just, you know, thinking about something nice that he can do and that also carries my values of him, doing something to make his cousin happy. And he also wrote him that he loves him. So he used all of these technical things like writing and drawing to express a positive emotion towards his cousin. And so I guided him through this to do something that I felt was important. Plus, I was able to connect to him. And when these moments happen, and I can't say that I am naturally, I have friends who are amazing mothers and also have amazing creative ideas. And some of them used to be art teachers, and they really have millions of ideas. So I don't always have the great ideas, but I do learn from them and from the internet. And when I do manage to do something like that with my child and like do something productive with them and connect with them like that, and hopefully every day for a little bit, that I really feel that I'm in alignment with who I need to become and who I need to be. Because I feel like success in this new world that we're moving into is success in alignment with the connected network of nature. And such a big part of that is the connection within our families and with our children. And it's like nature makes me feel like this is just right. This is just right. So I hope this was interesting for you. If you heard this, again, I want to encourage you, even if this is hard and there are a lot of times of tensions in the family, keep going and give yourself a lot of virtual hugs that I'm sending you, a lot of good thoughts, a lot of support, because we're all moving through this together. The more that we think about the unity that we want, the positive evolution that we want for ourselves, for others, the quicker this will be, the more that we'll feel nature giving us the power of connection, the ability to feel our children, to understand them, to be really able to open our hearts to them and to our partners, of course. And this is really where we're evolving into our ability to connect to those who are outside of us, above our ego that is keeping us separate. So, connecting with our children is a great practice to moving in that direction. And I hope that these videos that I'm making are helping you in this process. Of course, if there are any other ideas or questions that you have and things that you want me to talk about, let me know. Leave me comments if you have them, and subscribe to the channel to know about new videos that come out. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly felt that it was something important to me that I was sharing with you. So until next time, I'll see you soon.